Hello, my elementary school kids. It's Miss Rebecca. This week we're learning all about form, which is an element of art. Form just means a shape has now transformed into 3 dimensions. It's 3-dimensional now. In this week's art project, we're going to take a circle, which is a flat 2-dimensional shape, and we're going to turn it into a form, which is a sphere or a ball shape. So today, let's try it out with a hot air balloon. Come on, let's make one. Okay, so this project is for elementary school kids. This week we're learning about form. Form is a 3-dimensional shape. So what we're going to need is a piece of paper, a paper plate, so we can trace a circle at the top of the paper. So I'm going to take my paper plate, and this is a small paper plate, but you can use a big paper plate and a bigger paper if you have it. Or you could use a glass plate, whatever circle tracer you have, and you're going to use a pencil. I'm using a marker just so you can see better. So now we have our circle. This is a shape. It's a circle and it's flat. So how do we make this into a form? We need to make it 3-dimensional somehow. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to take some strips of colored construction paper. They don't have to be perfect. Whatever you might have, you're going to need different colors, different strips. Okay? You're going to need some glue as well. So you take one strip. Once you have your strips cut, fold, boop, a little fold like a foot. Fold another little fold like a foot, okay? Now, what we're going to do is glue the foot on and the foot on here so that it sticks up like that. Okay, so I'm going to put a little dot of glue and I'm going to press it next to that circle. A little dot of glue and I'm going to press it. So now what we're doing is trying to make a flat circle into a form. I'm going to take my next strip, okay? I'm going to fold the feet, and then I'm going to make like a cross, like a plus sign. Put a little dot of glue and you press it next to the circle. Put a little dot of glue, press it next to the circle. Now if you don't have regular glue, you could try to do this with glue stick. That might work too. Now, we're just going to keep on doing that same process. But every time we put a new strip on, we're trying to make it cut through like a X. So you're making the little feet. Put your glue on. It might be easier if you do one side first. Press it, press, and then it crosses through the center here. And then you put a little dot of glue and press. Doot. We're going to keep doing that. We're going to switch colors again. And now I'm going to do through here. I'm going to fold my little feet on each side. And the feet, if you notice, they face inwards. Oops, I just did this one wrong. So, oh no, I didn't. Don't get confused. Like Miss Rebecca sometimes gets confused. There we go. It's a little tricky today. Here we go. Put my little dot of glue and I press it to the circle. Look at what I have going on here. It looks like a tent. Look at that. That's a cool form so far, so good. I'm going to switch colors. I'm going to fold my little feet of my paper, and I'm going to put my dot of glue. I want it to go through this side now. It's always crossing in the center. And I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep repeating. Now if you have a strip that looks really big compared to the other ones, try to cut it down. It might be a little bit too large. Try to kind of make them similar in size, I would say. Okay. Fold, fold your little feet. Put your little dot. Press. Press. You know what? I noticed we don't have a lot of green, do we? So I'm just going to cut another strip so I have green in here. I'm going to fold my little feet, fold my little feet, place the dot, doot. Find the empty space next to the circle, doot. Place it there. Now, you see these spaces? We got to fill up all the spaces. So I'm going to fold. I'm going to keep doing this until I have all my spaces filled up. It gets a little tricky as it gets filled up, doesn't it? Oh, but it's such a nice form we're making. Look at that. It's like a dome. It's cool. Very cool. Now, what do you think this is going to be? What is this looking like? What is this looking like to you guys? I'll tell you what it's going to be in a minute. Once I get this last one on. Now, once it gets too tricky to put any more on, you could stop. Okay? I'm going to stop here. I have my form now. We're going to turn this into a picture with a hot air balloon. So this is going to be the top of the balloon. Okay? And then I'm going to draw it with a marker. Make a little box. Make a little square or a little rectangle. Okay? And then make diagonal lines that come up to your form here. And what is it looking like? A hot air balloon. It's pretty cool. Now, you could put yourself in that hot air balloon by making a circle and a neck connected to a curve, and that's your little body there. If you want to put the hand coming up saying hi, and a face, and some hair, I'm sure you could do better than me here. And you could color that. I like to put a little bit of a texture into the basket so it looks like a basket by making horizontal and vertical. Horizontal lines and vertical lines. Horizontal lines like a pattern, repeating over and over and over. Look at that! If you want to add a few more strings, you can. And there's your hot air balloon. Now what you can do next is color in the person here. You could color in the basket. You can add some sky with some watercolors. If you want to get fancy, go make some sky. because this person is flying to a destination and they're flying in a hot air balloon. It's the best way to travel. Whoa. So I'm just putting my blue sky background with watercolors. You could do this with crayons as well, whatever you might have at home. Okay, and there you have it. I'd love to see your form. Post your results on Google Classroom.